All right, man, we are now halfway to me getting another playoff series wrong and potentially every significant Eastern Conference series wrong. Obviously, the series is not over, but man, the Pacers, they're just unbelievable, dude. I mean, is it crazy that among like the Halliburton putting Brunson in screen actions late there and getting a couple of big baskets against him, what I immediately think of with this game was the stretch they had to open the fourth where they were just cooking the Knicks on like TJ McConnell, Miles Turner pick and rolls. Turner got a three-point play because Mitch fouled him at the rim, and Cat was just in such a no man's land. Like, he goes high up on the TJ screen for a second, then he's just kind of like in the middle of the floor, and then he closes out to Ben Shepherd, but Campaign is already doing that. So now Mitch, who was planning to go back to Siakam, now has to go back to Turner and at least at the foul, and it's just like, oh my god. TJ's making a pull-up on Cat, or TJ and Miles run like the same action, but it's just from the corner, but then like Ben Shepherd runs through the middle of the floor at the same time, so he gets an open three, or later on Siakam gets an open three off of this. They're just like totally freaked out by it. Then they take Cat out of the game for some stretch of the fourth, Tibbs does, but then Miles Turner's getting a three because Mitch is helping off of him in the corner when Halliburton's going to Brunson, or then Halliburton just cooks Brunson in a one-on-one and makes a three. Then on the other end, this is just the fourth. We'll talk about Siakam's whole game in a second here, but like, yeah, McHale's making some tough shots, and of course Neesmith's always battling Brunson, but a couple plays where there's just like Neesmith and Nembhard all over Brunson on a screen, or Neesmith, great help defense as Mitch is rolling to the basket. What was up with Cat hitting the side of the backboard in the fourth quarter on that one shot? The point being is the Pacers just have so many damn weapons, dude. We got to go to Siakam. I mean, how many difficult fades or turnarounds did he make over McHale or OG or Brunson, or nice little plays where he sets like an extra screen after Cat has switched onto Halliburton, which just gets him open for a three, like, you know, like a ghost screen. The Pacers run that stuff a lot. Or he just gets open on some transition stuff because you know that's always in the Pacers' back pocket. You can just never relax against these guys. And also, I gotta say, you know, Brunson with that last shot there where when he took it, it was 9 seconds left. They had a timeout. The three he got, it's one he can certainly make, but I wouldn't say it was like the absolute best shot you could imagine there. Now, you could argue, well, maybe they're going to do the foul up three thing. You don't know what's going to happen. But while Brunson, I mean, hell, like he had some big shots before that, you know, like a three over Nembhard off of a play where basically nothing happened. But even with that said, I remember going into this, I was like, well, you know what? I'll trust Brunson to make the last shot over Halliburton. Well, we know what happened in these first two games. Yeah, the Halliburton shot sent him to overtime, whatever. And like, sure, Halliburton didn't shoot great for this game overall. I still thought his passing was great. And one thing I was fixated on at times with the Pacers defensively, among Brunson doing his thing, among Mitch continuing to terrorize them on the offensive glass, I mean, Mitch ended up with 4 offensive rebounds and however many plays were like, he might not get credited for it, or it goes off of the Pacers or whatever. You know, he had some nice switches on Halliburton. But among all this, there were some plays where it just felt like the Pacers were able to help off of Josh Hart effectively, where it's like Nembhard as the extra defender in the paint, which is forcing Brunson to either get a tougher shot than he would like, or even just pass out of plays. I think on one missed Mitch layup late there, it was Neesmith, who might have been helping off of Josh Hart. They were kind of messing with the lineups late there. And yeah, I mean, one question that I didn't even harp on enough after game one because of just the craziness of the whole game was, okay, in that game it was more so Cat dropping back on screens. This one, it was more often him switching onto screens. And while there were a couple of times where Halliburton just tried to dance on him and missed something, he also did dance on him and make some things. But I did also think the Pacers were able to just get into some other actions at times. Like I mentioned, Siakam setting an extra screen that becomes a three for him. One time, like Obi set an off-ball screen for Nembhard after the Cat switch because the Knicks were like trying to get into help defense because they're expecting, oh, Halliburton's going to drive on Cat. We probably got to help him out. It becomes like a Nembhard three. Stuff like that. The Pacers, they're just an awesome team, dude. Like Ben Shepherd, 2 threes in this one. I also thought he had like a couple of plays with the defense on Brunson wasn't bad. Neesmith, way less shots in this one, but he still has basically not missed a shot in a while. He only missed 3 shots tonight. He only took 7, but whatever. And the thing after this game is like, okay, how many minutes can you get Mitch out there? Because it was clear that Tibbs, I mean, Mitch played 1 more minute than Cat in this game. Like you could tell Tibbs did not want to take Mitch out of this game. Now, I do think the Pacers eventually figured out, well, if we space the floor in a certain way, it does put Mitch in a tough spot. He's going to get some of it back on the offensive glass, but anyway. The other thing, though, is, and this is very much like prisoner of the moment type stuff, I imagine the Knicks would prefer not to have to double-team Siakam all the time when he's got to face up, when he's on the low block, whatever. Because putting 2 to the ball in this Pacer team is just really difficult for obvious reasons. They're spaced out, the ball flies around, the whole thing. But also, if he is on track to having another game like this or close to this one, he's not going to go 15 for 23 again. We assume, right? I don't know. I'm wrong on many predictions these playoffs. But if he's on track to this type of game again, it's like, bro, what do you do? I don't know. They got to figure that out. I'm just some guy talking into a microphone.